YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Classic Gamer Bobby. And today for this episode of Retro One and Done, we're going to be playing Final Fight on the arcade. Let's check it out. Alright guys, we are going to be playing Final Fight on the arcade. Now, Final Fight is a beat-em-up style game developed by Capcom. And it is kind of one of the grandfathers of beat-em-up games. Now, we're playing the Japanese version of this game for several reasons. There was a lot of censorship when it came to the American release and European release, especially with the console ports. So that's why I didn't play a console version of this game, like the Super Nintendo version or the Sega CD version. I went directly for the arcade. Now I remember this was one of those games next to Street Fighter 2 that, just drew me into video games. Just thinking back to, hearing the music and, everything coming out of that, cabinet was crazy to me. So we're going to go ahead and get this going. We let the intro rock. The intro is amazing. Pretty much, you get a choice of 3 characters. You have Guy, Cody, and Hager. Now, the whole premise of the game is we have the Mad Gear Gang, those guys there, and I'm Cody, the guy here on the left, and they just kidnapped my girlfriend, so I have to go and rescue her. Now, the big muscly dude, Hager, he's actually the mayor of this fine city we're walking through right here. And not only did they capture or kidnap my girlfriend, she is also the mayor's daughter. So we have Hager, we have Cody and Guy. Jessica was the name of the girl that was kidnapped. She is Hager's daughter, my girlfriend. And let's see, the other person named Guy. He's actually just a friend of Cody's, and he's just helping him out to rescue her. Come on, dude. Now, this game was actually released in 1989. I think I was like maybe 6 or 7 years old when this game came out. And I distinctly remember seeing this in my local Pizza Hut. They had this, and they had a Galaga arcade machine. Nope. Ooh, smooth. Did you see that? Oh, not so smooth. Not so smooth. Get off me. And like I mentioned before, this was kind of like one of the forefathers of beat-em-up games. There were other beat-em-up games that have came out before this, like you had Double Dragon, you had Bad Dudes, but the key difference with this game and others is not only the controls and you have a larger, move set, but the sprite size. The sprites are huge in this game, considering that it came out in 1989 and everything else that was out at the time. Capcom, they really pushed the envelope with this game. I mean, I'm just holding up on the joystick here, and you can see, look at his walk animation. See how fluid that is? I mean, everything about this game just screams nostalgia to me. This guy here, his name is Damned, and that is one of the things that got censored in the American release, specifically the release on the Super Nintendo. So, I mean, the violence was toned down. What little blood there was in the arcade version of this was taken out in the Super Nintendo version. There's a character in the game we have not come across yet, an enemy, and her name is Poison. And there's a variation of that character named Roxy. Now, oh, there she is. That's actually Roxy. But the funny thing about this character is it's not necessarily a female. That's why it got censored in the American release, because Capcom USA thought that it was, not Capcom USA, but the people at Nintendo, when it came time to release this game for Super Nintendo, thought that, you know, beating up on a woman, you know, that's not cool. I mean, even in today's standards, definitely not cool, but the thing is, Poison and Roxy aren't women. Let's just say they are of transgender. You know, hey, to each his own. I'm not knocking it. You know, more power to them. But this, you have to consider, this was 1989. You have to think, man, that was real progressive for that day and age. 31 years ago, you know. So just, you know, to put everybody's mind at ease, when you see that character, we're not beating up on a female. So here we have the big guy here, Andare Jr. Oh man. Now, if you've ever played a Street Fighter game, specifically Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, or Ultra Street Fighter 4, or Street Fighter Cross Tekken, you might have noticed a character named Andare. Well, the Street Fighter universe and the Final Fight universe are all in one thing. So that's why you have, you know, characters from Final Fight and Street Fighter games. Like in the Alpha series, you know, that was the first appearance of Guy. And then in the background, you can see some characters like Hagar and Cody, you know, with Jessica, you know, his girlfriend. So I think it's just really cool that Capcom tied in the two universes with that, so. Nope. Stab, stab, stabby stab. Man's trying to shank me. Look at that. Get out of here. Now this is one of my favorite beat 'em ups. There were 2 sequels released, not in arcade, not on any other system, but the Super Nintendo. So Final Fight 2 and Final Fight 3 were both released for the Super Nintendo. And they were pretty good sequels. I have to give them credit on that. Final Fight 2 introduced, you know, introduced 2 new characters to play as. You had the choice of playing as Maki, who is Guy's sister, and Guy, of course, being, you know, one of the playable characters in this game. And Carlos, who was a friend of Hagar. And in the third one, you had a choice of 4 characters. So you got a choice to play with Hagar. Who else was it? Lucia, who was a cop. Or Lucia, however you want to pronounce it. Let's see, there was Dean, who was this ex-gang member who was trying to help them out. And then, of course, you could pick Guy. Guy made a return in that game. This game is actually, it's okay, you know, solo play, you know, playing as a, you know, just a 1-player game. The real beauty of this game shines through when you're playing as 2 players. It is a co-op game. Sadly enough, though, that's what brings the Super Nintendo port of it down. The Super Nintendo was not able to handle 2 players simultaneous co-op at the same time. So, unfortunately, it was just a single-player experience on the Super NES. Let's see if I can make it out alive. Come on. Come on. Ah. Ah, you got me. He got me. Come on, come on, come on. Get out of here. Hate that guy. Oh, you want to throw knives. Stabbing people and stuff. Get out of here. And of course you can pick up weapons. You have a pipe, you have a sword, you have a knife. And then there's random items you can pick up for points. And of course, there are health items as well, health pickups, you know. You do have a special move in this game. You might have seen me do this spinning kick a few times in the game. And you do that by pressing the attack and jump button at the same time. But the caveat of that is you lose health when you do that. So you have to make sure you only use it like when you're getting surrounded by enemies, or this happens. I need some health. There's a roast. Let me get at it. Come on. Oh, God. Sometimes this game can be pretty cheap. Are we dead? Nope. Now he's dead. Alright. Man, this game's fun. Brings back a lot of memories. Actually, I remember getting it on the Super Nintendo and being like, where's the other dude at? Why can't I pick him? Because Guy wasn't in the game either. They didn't have him. You only had a choice of 2 characters, no co-op. Plus, you were missing some enemy types. And, of course, it took a hit on the graphics as well. But it was still, you know, it was still good to have as a, you know, Super Nintendo game. Will I beat him? Will I beat him? Nope. Yes! Ah! Nice. Very nice.
Gotcha, bitch!
Alright, we got a bonus stage here. Now, there's several bonus stages in this game, all of which are pretty fun to do. Just gotta beat this car up, destroy it. Alright, walk down here and do this again. I like playing with Cody. He's kind of like the all-around guy. Check this out. Watch this guy. Where's he at? Oh, he's coming. Here he goes. Here he goes. Check him out. Oh, he didn't do it? There he is.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Yeah, that's right. Smashed your car up, dude. Vandalism. I don't condone vandalism in any sort of fashion, by the way. Don't vandalize, guys. Not nice. Alright, the guy in the brown there, he's like one of those guys that can hit you once and do so much damage. And he guards. I don't get it. Alright, I'm getting surrounded. I'm not gonna cry about it. Not gonna get salty. I die, like I said. Not gonna cry. Alright, let's clean house. Come on. Ah. Give me this pipe. Hey, buddy, I need you to do me a favor. Hold that. And that. And if you can. Hold that. What was that about? Did I see that? Alright, let's go into this bar here. Chicken. Stab you! I stab you! Stabby stab! Stabby stab! Throw that guy. There we go. Come on, give me the knife. Give me the knife. Yeah! So Cody's the only one in the game that can use the knife multiple times. Any other character would have picked the knife up and just thrown it. Whoa! Big man out of nowhere. Ah, he burned me. And this guy. Wong Hu? Yeah, that's not racist. Not stereotypically racist at all. Another thing about this game is the music. I love the music in this game. Alright, that's not me. The AI is taking over. Look at this guy! Dude, put me down. Cody's like, what do I do? Stab, 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 stab. Oh.
He needs some milk!
Yeah, I know, this is cheap. But it's not cheating. There we go. Alright. And we're making our way downtown. Roll up on me like that, my dude. Again, this guy in the green. Alright, Poison. Can't fool me. Come on, give me something good. Steak? A steak? You know, that makes me question, like, if I were to break a barrel and, like, some food popped out of it, I wouldn't eat it. I'm just saying. Alright, here we got the boss of this stage. His name is Eddie E. He is a crooked cop. Whoa, whoa! Got me with the billy club. Get off me. Yeah, this is much more difficult as a single player experience. Alright. Come on. Come on. Got him. Bam! There it is. Alright.
Like a bow.
Alright guys, so we are at the 4th stage. I'm gonna wind this video up here shortly. And I just want to say that, again, this is one of those video games that really tugs at my heartstrings. One of my favorite arcade games. One of my favorite beat 'em up series. Matter of fact, you really can't go wrong with it. This game's on a lot of different systems. There is a PC port, there is a Sega CD port, Super Nintendo, heck, there's even a Japanese computer called the Sharp X 68000, which was kind of used as a Capcom development tool. It's on that. And of course there's also the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle, which came out for the PS4, Xbox One. You could find it on that. I'm sure there's several other like e-shops you could get it from as well. So you'd be kind of hard-pressed not to find this game. And I highly recommend it when it comes to fighting games. Oh, getting burned by fire there. Trying to get to a stopping point, but these guys won't let me. Fine. Oh, no bueno. So, anyways, overall, I'd have to give this. Excuse me, I'd have to give this game. As far as beat 'em ups go, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Kind of set the standard for what beat 'em up should be, in my opinion. So, but you guys have a game over screen there. I could have beaten it, but just for, you know, the interest of time. Let's input our name right quick. There we go. CLS for classic. All right. And guys, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click that notification bell down at the bottom as well, so that way you guys can get notified as to when I put up a new video. If you're enjoying the content I'm putting up, don't forget to smash that like button, guys. And also, quick mention, I will be finishing up my Mega Man X walkthrough series within the next day or two. Now, because it's the grand finale, I want to make sure I do something kind of special for it. So, just keep that in mind, guys, alright? And, oh, don't forget, until next time, keep on gaming.
Yeah!